Welcome back to Explaining Everything, the channel where we break down the stories and mysteries behind the things we all wonder about. Today's question comes from one of our awesome viewers, Curious Cleo 93. Thanks for the suggestion, Cleo. You asked, how did they build the pyramids? If you've ever stood in awe of those massive structures and thought, how on earth did they pull that off? You're in the right place. So, if you've ever been curious about how ancient Egyptians created one of the most iconic wonders of the world, stick around as we explore the mystery right here on Explaining Everything. Picture this, ancient Egypt, thousands of years ago. No smartphones, no Netflix, no comfy couches to sink into. Just sand, heat, and the occasional camel. But what they did have was some pretty ambitious pharaohs. These guys were like the CEO of the ancient world. Think of them as the Elon Musk of pyramids. They weren't just building a tomb. They were crafting a monument that would last for, well, about 4,500 years. The first pyramid wasn't even a pyramid, but rather a step pyramid. The pharaoh Josa, who sounds like the name of a rapper, right, was like, I wanted something big, but let's start small, just in case it falls over. And fall over it did, several times. Oops. But eventually, the step pyramid turned into something pretty fantastic, and people were like, okay, let's go bigger, way bigger. And so came the Great Pyramid of Giza, built during the reign of Pharaoh Khufu. We're talking big. The original height was 481 feet, or 146 meters for you metric fans, taller than the Statue of Liberty on stilts. That's one heck of a tomb, right? But how did they build it? I mean, there weren't any contractors with hard hats or construction blueprints. The short answer? A whole lot of sweat, stones, and a little bit of creative thinking. Most of the stones, like around 2.3 million of them, were massive limestone blocks, each weighing up to 2.5 tons. So, imagine carrying a stone that's about the size of a car, except you're not allowed to drive it. So, how do you move these massive stones? No cranes, no forklifts, no fancy pulley systems. Well, that's where things get interesting. Some say they used ramps, which makes sense. But not just any ramp. Oh no, that would be too simple. There were straight ramps, zigzag ramps, and spiral ramps. Kind of like a giant pyramid-shaped slide, except with fewer snacks and more sweat. But wait, there's more. Some theories say they had rollers. Picture this, a bunch of ancient workers pushing giant stones on logs. It sounds like something you'd try at a team-building exercise, right? Except this wasn't a friendly day out. It was hard work. And don't even get me started on the whole water lubrication theory. Some researchers believe that they used water to reduce friction while moving the blocks. Water, people! Just picture a bunch of Egyptians dousing their stones with water like it's an epic slip and slide. I'd love to see the look on their faces when the pharaoh said, okay, let's move it to the top now. You're probably wondering, who's gonna do all this work? The pyramids didn't build themselves, after all. Well, here's the thing. The workforce was not made up of slaves, like many people think. It wasn't some group of unlucky folks dragged in chains. Nope. These workers were more like the ancient equivalent of construction workers with decent benefits and maybe an occasional holiday. It's believed that skilled laborers and craftsmen were employed to work on the pyramid, and they actually lived in nearby workers' villages. They got food, shelter, and most importantly, a steady paycheck. Well, sort of. I mean, what's a paycheck when you're building the most iconic structure of all time? But you get the point. These weren't just peasants doing forced labor. They were part of a massive project. And let's not forget about the pyramid overseers, who must have been really fun to work for. Hey everyone, I know it's 110 degrees, but we need to move 10,000 stones today. Don't forget your sunscreen. That must have been a real party. Now, let's talk about how these ancient Egyptians got all fancy with their construction techniques. Because the Egyptians weren't just throwing stones together like they were playing Minecraft. Oh no, they were precision artists. They used copper tools, those shiny things you probably found in your kitchen drawer and never used for anything useful, along with chisels and saws to cut the stones. And fun fact, they didn't even have iron. So, you could say they were cutting edge in a very literal sense. One of the coolest things about the pyramid is how the Egyptians figured out the math and geometry to make it so precise. Like, they knew the Earth's dimensions, the stars, and even how to measure angles. Honestly, if the ancient Egyptians had applied themselves to NASA, we would have been to Mars 3,000 years ago. It's like the ultimate nerdy genius move. But here's the kicker. Many of these secrets are still debated. Some theories suggest that there were hidden chambers in the pyramid, or even extraterrestrial help. But let's be real. We all know the answer is a mixture of math, engineering, and lots of manpower. So, here we are, 4,500 years later, still staring in awe at the pyramids, still asking, how did they do it? Well, maybe we'll never fully know. The methods used by the ancient Egyptians were so advanced for their time, it still blows our minds. And that's how the ancient Egyptians managed to build the pyramids, using a mix of innovative engineering, skilled labor, and a whole lot of ingenuity. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode. Also, if you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. Thank you for tuning in, and join us next time here in the channel that answers all the why, what, who, where, and how questions you've always wondered about, here on Explaining Everything.